I will never forget that night. 20 years have passed, I'm 37 now, but I still feel a knot in my stomach when I remember everything. Back then, I was a 17-year-old teenager, the only daughter of very strict and overprotective parents who tried to keep me away from any kind of trouble. But like every teenager, I thought I knew everything. I was in love, completely blind and obsessed with a guy who was 19. He was tall, really handsome, athletic, the kind of guy who grabs attention anywhere he goes. The problem? He had a girlfriend, and I was the other girl. Yes, I'm not proud of it, but I was very young. I suffered a lot, but I couldn't stay away from him. He always came back with sweet words and empty promises, saying that one day he would be with me for real. And I believed him. I was so naive. Then one day, he invited me to go on a weekend trip to the beach in Santos, São Paulo. I had never seen the ocean in my whole life, so when he asked, I almost fainted from excitement. A group of couples were going on their motorcycles, and he wanted me to ride with him. It sounded like a dream. I didn't think twice. I made all the plans with him and told my parents a lie. I said I was helping a friend get ready for her birthday party and that there would be a barbecue after, something very common here in Brazil. He even helped with the lie. He called my parents pretending to be my friend's father. And it worked. They were suspicious, but they let me go. I packed my backpack with my heart racing. But the night before the trip, everything changed. It was Friday. Like always, I went to school in the evening. When I came back, I usually walked up the hill with a group of students because the road was long and dark. But that night, no one else was going up. I walked alone, with my school bag on my shoulder and my head full of excitement for the next day. Just when I was about to start climbing the hill, a woman appeared out of nowhere. She was an older lady, with her hair tied back, simple clothes, and a strange, serious look in her eyes. She asked me, "Can I walk up with you?" I thought it was weird, but I said yes. We started walking in silence. Then, at one point, she suddenly stopped. She slowly turned to me and said, in a calm but firm voice, "Listen, that trip you're planning to take tomorrow, don't go. A tragedy will happen." My whole body froze. I felt a chill so strong that I almost lost my breath. I stayed silent for a moment, then I managed to ask, nervous, "What trip? I'm not going anywhere." She just repeated, looking directly into my eyes, like she knew everything. "Don't go. If you go, you will regret it." I froze. My heart was pounding. Who was this woman? How did she know about the trip? Why was she saying that? Before I could say anything, she simply turned around and kept walking, without looking back. I stood there trembling, then I ran home. When I got home, I tried calling him many times to say I wasn't going anymore. I made up an excuse, but his phone went straight to voicemail. I didn't sleep at all that night. I stayed sitting on my bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about that strange woman and the horrible feeling inside me. It was already early morning when he finally answered. I told him, with my voice shaking, that my parents didn't let me go. He got furious. "Oh yeah, fine. Then I'll take my girlfriend instead." And he hung up on me. I cried so much I could barely breathe. The next day, I stayed home, heartbroken, watching them post photos from the beach, smiling, hugging, living the moment I had dreamed of. But that night, when they were coming back, my phone buzzed. It was a message from a friend. They had a horrible accident on the highway. The motorcycle skidded and crashed. His girlfriend died instantly. He had serious head injuries and was never the same. Today he lives like a wanderer, no home, no car, nothing. When I heard the news, my legs gave out. I sat on the floor and cried, not from jealousy or anger, but from shock, fear, and from realizing how close I came to dying. To this day, I keep asking myself, who was that woman who walked up the hill with me that night? I never saw her again. Never heard anything about her. But one thing I know for sure, she saved my life. I will never forget what happened on that trip. Even today, when I close my eyes, it feels like I can still hear that horrible sound echoing inside my head. Everything happened in 2015 when I went camping with my two best friends on a very famous island in Mexico, a place known for strongly representing Mexican culture, with traditional crafts, typical food, and breathtaking scenery. It was beautiful, full of forests, trails, and waterfalls, perfect for clearing the mind. We planned to stay there for 3 days, far from the rush of the city and close to nature. For the first 2 days, everything was perfect. We laughed a lot, took photos, swam in a freezing waterfall, and slept under a sky full of stars that seemed endless. I felt completely at peace. But that peace ended on the second day. After lunch, we decided to go for a hike through the forest. We walked for a long time until we decided to stop and rest. We were hot, sweaty, tired, but happy. That's when Alex pointed behind us and said, "Why don't we sit on that rock back there?" I turned to look, and I was surprised I hadn't noticed it before. It was a huge rock, almost like a giant block in the middle of the forest. We went there and sat down, drinking water and catching our breath. That's when we noticed something different. Right in the corner of the rock, hidden behind some plants, there was a dark opening. It looked like a hole leading into somewhere inside. "Is that a cave?" Ryan asked, curious. Alex got excited immediately. "Let's explore it." I felt my chest tighten. Something inside me said not to go. "I'm really scared of things like that." "Better not," I said. "What if there are snakes or something dangerous inside?" Alex laughed. "Oh, come on. We'll go in quickly and come right back out. We won't take long." Ryan agreed with him, and in the end, I gave in. I followed behind them, against my instincts. The passage was narrow and we had to walk crouched down. The air inside was hot and heavy, smelling like wet clay. After walking a few meters, we reached a bigger area where we could stand up. Everything there was dirt and stone, and the darkness swallowed every sound. I was shaking. "Let's go back," I said. "There's nothing here." But Alex, stubborn as always, pointed to another hole deeper inside the cave, a little bigger than the first one. "Look, there's another passage. Let's see what's in there." "No," I said immediately. "That's enough, let's leave." He looked at me with a teasing smile. "Are you scared? It'll be quick, let's go." Before I could say anything else, they were already going in. I sighed, cursed under my breath, and followed them, my heart pounding hard. We walked a little further, now almost in a single line, when suddenly a scream echoed through the cave. It wasn't a normal scream. It didn't sound human. It was deep, torn, like pain and rage mixed together. It seemed to come from every direction, echoing inside the walls. My bones froze. I felt every hair on my body stand up, and the air disappeared from my lungs. Alex and Ryan looked at each other with wide eyes, and without anyone needing to say anything, we started running. I have never run so fast in my life. My knees were shaking, my legs burned, and all I could think was, I need to get out. Now, when we finally saw the light from the entrance, I felt huge relief, but it lasted only a few seconds. As soon as we reached the outside, we stopped, frozen. Our backpacks, which we had left on the rock, were completely shredded, as if something had ripped them open with huge claws. Clothes and objects were spread everywhere, thrown across the forest. It looked like an attack from a wild animal. We didn't think twice. We grabbed whatever was left and ran all the way back to the end of the trail, without looking back even once. When we reached the open area near the lodge, I collapsed on the ground, trying to breathe, crying, shaking. Nothing else happened after that, but that scream still echoes inside me. The next day, we packed our things and returned home early. My friends tried to talk about what happened, but no one had an explanation. It was like no one could put into words what we heard. We still don't talk about it much. I still visit that island because it's beautiful, full of culture and good energy. but I never set foot on that trail again. And honestly, I hope I never hear that scream again. Whatever that thing was, it wasn't anything good.